of the mothers of your children?
No.
To ask why. Why not?
Why'd I need to?
Well, because according to the article, the woman who says that you paid for her to have an abortion is also the mother of one of your children. It seems like that's an easy way to...
Because of the article, I had more kids. That's why I didn't reach out to anyone, because I said no, and that's what I mean. When I said no, I said it's not correct, that's a lie. And that's what I mean, that's a lie.
But if the woman said that
Yes, let me go to her.
Thank you. You said that if this did happen, there's nothing to be ashamed of. How do you
Wait, I never
that?
said
You said that this morning on you.
No, what
show.
I said, I was talking about something totally different than if this did happen.
Here's Herschel Walker mumbling his way around questions, but eking out enough for us to gather that everybody's lying about him, he doesn't know anything about any abortion, and whatever claims his son and ex-girlfriend are making about him, don't mind that. It's all the Democrats' fault.
Okay. What's your reaction to people so close to you? Your son, a mother of someone who says that she's the mother of your kids, saying that you're lying. What's your reaction to people so close to you, saying don't trust you?
Well, just like what I just said, the Democrats are desperate for this seat. This seat is important.
But
They're very desperate for this seat. I love my family. I always love my family. I'm going to win this race. I know I'm going to win this race.
With everything that's been reported since last Thursday's press gaggle, the second abortion he called for from his ex, the kid she decided to have who doesn't know his father, Herschel still won't explain why he supports zero exceptions for abortions, despite having asked his girlfriend to have 2 of them. And the grown son he publicly acknowledges is his, Christian Walker, who has had enough of the lies, child neglect, domestic abuse of his mother, and shared all of it on social media, is being cast as a petulant child who needs corporal punishment for his actions.
The truth is, love your neighbor. The truth is, love God. The truth is, go to church. I remember we got out of church. I told my son, you said he's going out, and I got to get back to him and spank him, but I'm not going to spank him to him. But anyway.
The hypocrisy is off the charts, and yet Herschel's crowds don't seem too bothered. This reveals 2 reasons why Walker's still in his race against a reverend. Domestic violence, abortion, and child negligence is not a deal breaker for Christians in the party of family values. Not in the age of Trump. When the stakes and tribalism are high, suddenly, a GOP candidate's malfeasance is an opportunity of redemption. Republicans are the Mr. Clean magic eraser to the recurring soap scum of immorality amongst their candidates. No one knows the bounds of the Republican Party's self-forgiveness, even if the sinner hasn't learned his lesson.
What I'm about to say is in no means a contradiction or a compromise of a principle. And please keep in mind that I am concerned about one thing and one thing only at this point. So I don't care if Herschel Walker paid to abort endangered baby eagles. I want control of the Senate.
Let me ask you this, though, Congressman. By supporting Herschel Walker, given these allegations, is the GOP, are you sending a message that Republicans are willing to win at all costs?
Well, I think people make mistakes, and if people acknowledge them and ask for forgiveness, none of us are perfect.
Secondly, Herschel is handpicked by Trump, and thus will carry out what his benevolent sponsor wants.
He handpicked Walker to run. That part of that calculation was that he was the anti-Colin Kaepernick, but part of it was also that, that there was a black guy who had won, and he was having to defend that seat, and I have a black guy who I like.
I have my black
guy. The fact that he will be kind of obedient and do as told makes all of this okay for them. And it does make a bit of a caricature of blackness. It is an insult to black competence, what they are doing in Georgia.
A Raphael Warnock type of candidate would never degrade himself for white Republicans. He wouldn't give his mind to them, his power. Herschel was already going in that direction. Look what he's had to defend in order to keep his place in the race. To the rest of us, he sacrificed all his integrity for a party that only values his loyal vote. It's about getting and maintaining power. There's no shame in the Republican Party anymore. And when you have no shame, there are no rules. Christian family values are simply a GOP tool to gain support and maintain power in our waning democracy, because Christianity is losing popularity in an increasingly secular populace. The wannabe fascists who co-opt Christianity will use it to punish, and right-wingers approve because to them, the left is a pack of pedophiles with zero moral compass. Hence, why we see Walker still eligible for office and abortion doctors facing prison time. Republicans don't care if they're called hypocrites, because in their cynical minds, morality is yet another political tool in the box. I fear Democrats are going to keep discussing abortion in the remaining weeks before midterms, harping on morality, and they won't paint the grim picture of life under Republicans or defend their winning record on student loan debt, veterans' health care, and infrastructure. I know you all are shrewd and mindful voters who are watching Rebel HQ videos. Please make sure you're registered to vote, and all your pro-democracy loved ones are too. And make your plans to vote. We don't have any more time to waste.